Hi, this is Kimberlily Yarns. My name is Ellie. I'm a knitter based in Australia where I live with my partner and our three cats, Percy, Fletchy and Arthur, who sometimes make appearances in my videos. I think they might today, they're kind of hanging around, so we'll see. I share podcast episodes every few weeks as well as some other things. You can also find me on Ravelry as Kimberlily Yarns, and I also have a Booktube channel and a book blog called Earl Grey Books, where I talk about reading and other bookish things. If you're interested in those, all of the information will be down below. Today, this is my 5th podcast episode. I mentioned in my last video, which was my sort of autumn knitting goals, intentions and plans, that I was probably going to do a WIP parade for this one. Decided against that in the last sort of day, just because I felt like I didn't have that much to say about some of the projects I haven't worked on this year. So I would just stick to the ones that I have been actively working on, and we'll talk about the others another day when I do come back to them, or if I decide not to. So today is basically just a WIP update. There are no finished objects, didn't finish anything in Feb, and I also didn't buy anything since my last episode, so that's kind of good in a way. But I do have lots of things on the needles, so we're going to jump straight in. The last few days I've been setting myself specific knitting goals, as in places and patterns that I wanted to get to, a certain row or a certain section, so that I could kind of move forward with a few projects, some that I had been working on consistently and some that I'd kind of let fall by the wayside a little. So I'm going to start talking about the plans that I have. Today is Thursday, the 7th of March. So these are kind of my plans until Sunday, or until I complete them all, depending on which happens first. And let's get into them. So first one, I was working on my beanie, which is still, just a circle tube, really. It's just a tube. But you may be able to guess that my goal with this one was to get to the end of the little scrap ball that I had. Have a whole other ball, but I've been working a lot on this one, and I wanted to give some other projects a bit more of my attention, so getting to the end of the tiny little amount that I had left over was perfect. And then next week I will get working on the rest of it, and there's a bit of hair stuck in it. God, I swear my hair gets stuck in every single row. It's either mine or one of the cats. So yeah, not too much to say about this. Even though I wanted to move on to other things, to focus on other projects, this is going to be a big focus for the rest of the month. Hopefully I can finish something in March, but also I need these needles for the next project, so I definitely need to get this off the needles. Okay, so that next project that I need those needles for, which is also one of my goals for the next few days, is a new cast on. And this is the beginnings of a flax sweater. This is in Patons Sierra. It's 8-ply. It didn't have a color name. I don't remember. So this is my neck ribbing, my 1x1, and my plan, or my goal at this stage is literally I just have to finish this last row of it. So back to my beginning of round here. So I've got about 3/4 of a row to go. And then I can't do anything until I have these needles. So I thought it would be good just to get to that point, and then when my beanie is done, I can go straight into this and continue with it. This is absolutely gorgeous so far. I love the colors, and I'm very much excited to see how this one is going to turn out. I feel like when you just have the ribbing of something, it just, like, again, it's just a tube, really. It's just a very short tube. So yeah, and it looks tiny, but there is actually kind of a bit of give in this yarn, so hopefully it's gonna fit. I don't know, something about the necklines just always makes me worry, but yes, that one will be finished off probably tonight, and then I will just, yeah, put it away until I'm ready. So this is another goal that I actually just finished this afternoon. It's working on this blanket, which I've been working on since November. I have shared it many times. This is Ferris wheel by Lion Brand in Evergreen. This was a Christmas gift, so that's been fun. I made a plan to literally just work on 4 rows for the last few days, and I managed that, so I am happy with that. And we will, once I make the goal with the flax, I will probably gonna swing around back to this one and try and do like 10 rows in the next week, because I'm sick of having to talk about this, and I keep saying that I'm going to work on it and then I don't. So I need to push myself to do it. It's fine when I'm working on it. I just don't have, it's not what I want to reach for. It's not a fun project. I don't really like the yarn. I love how it looks, but yeah. So that's definitely going to be a big focus next week. And then my other goal is just a cast on. This, I talked about all of these in that last video. This is going to be a pair of ankle socks for my best friend. And I have the needle, the ball is ready to go. I just need to cast on. So hopefully that'll be either tonight or tomorrow. Haven't really decided. We're going to see. This is Fiori 4-ply sock, and it is in the color Snowgum. It's very pretty. It's a charcoal and some cream and lighter greys and some pink. So very excited to see how that will look once it's knit up. So those are all the knitting goals that I had for this week. And then I have 2 other WIPs that I've been working on. The first of which is this one here. This is the Dudester scarf. I'm just going to push it down the needles a little bit so that I can kind of hold the end close to my head, and it doesn't matter if the other end is kind of cut off by the camera. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I shouldn't hit myself in the face now. This is by HipKnitizer, which is a really cool name, but also kind of hard to say. It's just a scarf. I feel like last time you couldn't really see the pattern, and I feel like you can't really still because of the color, but you can sort of start to see some panels forming here and then some garter stitch breaking them up. I think, I don't know, I might try and get a shot of this in the sun where you might be able to see it a little bit better. But this is Malabrigo Rios. in the colour Nimbusgray. It is a very nice yarn. I'm very much enjoying it. It's so soft and squishy. So I've been having a really good time with it. And I haven't done a whole lot of work on this. I've probably done another 5 or 6 rows. But this is a gift from my dad for sort of Father's Day, birthday, Christmas. It really depends. So I'm just getting ahead of myself so that I can have it done and just like packed away and ready to be sent to him when it's done. So that one isn't a super high priority right now, but it is a kind of nice, it's a 4-row repeat, so it's kind of good to just shut off but still knit something. And then finally, of course, my main focus has been my gingerbread sweater. So this is by Espace Tricot. I still don't really know. I've made a lot of progress on this since I showed it last. I now have split for the sleeves, and I've started on the body kind of barely, but like it's a little bit there. So this is just a top-down raglan, and yeah, that's my waist yarn is getting in the way. I'm just on the body now. I spent so much time doing this, and so I've taken a break. That's why I kind of set those knitting goals, so that I wouldn't just spend 20 hours doing this week, and I would instead get some other things done. But I managed to try it on the other day for the first time, and it's a tiny bit tight around the arms, but I think that once I actually pick up for the sleeves and block it, I think it's going to be fine. Like it would be bearable as it is now anyway, so that's all good. And I still want to make headway on this. Like, I don't want to like stop working on it, but it has been nice to kind of see some other things grow. And I just finished my first ball like 2 rows ago, so I made it like a decent amount out of one ball. That's pretty much to like here, so I'm pretty happy with how far that went. The yarn is Drops Sky. Got the little thing here, and it is alpaca, polyamide, and wool. I know I didn't say what any of the others were, but I don't have the slips. So yes, this is in the colour Hazelnut. It's a beautiful colour. I'm so excited, and I'm hoping that, yeah, come sort of the end of this month into April, it will cool down and I will finish this and I'll be able to wear it. But that is everything. Kind of wanted a shorter episode today as well, which is nice. I think because I am working on so many things right now, I probably won't do another episode until sort of the start of April, so that I do have time to like make some headway on things. I also have a yarn show at the end of the month, which I'm very excited about, and I also don't have that much time to knit in the next few weeks. There's a couple of assignments due and things like that, so I will be slowing down on a couple of things, but I'm hoping I can have a different video up by the end of the month as well. I have a couple ongoing. We'll just see what gets finished. But otherwise, I will see you all next time. I hope you enjoyed this video, and that's it. I'll see you then.